Hello Cancer, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie and this is your reading for September 1st through the 15th. Today we'll be taking a look at your energies, the energies that are connected to you, and then how they mingle and dance in the middle. And then we'll close it off with an oracle card for the Cancerian collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. And be sure to check out the description box below. I have links to personal readings, donations, and to my social media platforms where I'd love to connect with you. Okay, Cancer, let's get your overall energy here. This is the Enchanted Dreams Tarot. So we'll see what Cancer has going on for September 1st through the 15th. Okay, nice, Cancer. You got some fresh, new energy coming in with the Fool card here. So the Fool, that is innocence, playfulness, maybe a little bit of not quite knowing where you're going to be going yet for this time frame or how things are going to come together, but trusting and making a move forward regardless. On your side, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Wow, this is nice. I sense this really nurturing Cancerian energy inside of you, which is very pleasant to see. It goes right along with that. Seven of Pentacles is about nurturing something, seeing how things are going to come together, or maybe even really being in the present moment and allowing things to come together. Then you have this fiery energy with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. This is movement. This is movement in the direction of your passion, something or someone that you're very passionate about. These are energies that will really transform as well. So you're definitely on the move here, but at the same time, kind of seeing how things will happen. For some of you, you might be taking some sort of risk or making a new investment or doing something all geared toward what you're passionate about. Now, the person connected to you, they get the World, they get the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. How interesting that you each have a Knight and a Queen, and there's definitely some mirroring going on. They're ending a very large cycle in their life. I feel that the cycle is somehow spiritually related, drawing them in and welcoming them into a whole new, more expansive state. However, their approach, like you have a lot of fire and drive toward the passion, very transformative. Their approach is slower, steady, more setting the groundwork and the framework for the long term, more strategy here, but just so interesting that you both have a Queen and a Knight of the same suit, but different suits, different suits for each of you, but the same suit for yourselves. The Wands of Fire for you and the Pentacles of Earth for them. In the connecting energies here, we have the Five of Cups and the Emperor. So yep, here's where the blocks and obstacles are kind of coming in. And it looks like it's because the two of you are maybe approaching things. You're at different phases and you have a different style to approach things. At times there may be a bit of, I don't want to call it disconnection in this connection, but it feels like maybe where you're kind of seeking something from them and you can't quite grasp it, and vice versa. There's a lot of determination, however, and a lot of stability in the middle here. So for some of you, this is a longer term connection, and maybe things are just shifting for each of you individually, and it's a little harder to connect in the middle sometimes, but there's still love here. You're still holding on to the love, both of you. Let's look at this Seven of Pentacles for you, and it's clarified by the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. Whatever it is, whatever moves you are making, whatever risk you are taking toward your goal, Cancer, you are doing so with an energy of love. And I don't feel that it's the love of exclusively just partnership, but the love that you have toward what it is you do, toward your clients, toward the people that you work with, friends, family. And you really want this to be a part of providing a stable life for yourself. So you're really looking at it and saying, this is worth nurturing. If any of you have been doubting if this is worth nurturing, this is a confirmation that it most certainly is worth nurturing, and that the stability and the love and the lots of giving and receiving kind of vibes are hanging out here for you. Let's look at this Queen of Wands. The Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. This to me feels like an energy of determination for you. So with the Seven of Swords, you may feel like material wealth or stability in the financial realm has been pretty elusive, or it's eluded you, or and this could have to do with the Fool too, where you're just not sure, like you're leaping, but you're just not sure how things are going to come together. And you've already been down the path of like overthinking about it and being up in your mind about it so much that now I think you're just trailblazing and trusting that the money is going to come, that the finances are going to come. So there's a big trust factor here, and maybe a little bitty bit here of fear, because it has eluded you before. But remember, your efforts, your energies, and the actions you take absolutely can shift the future. Okay, for your Knight of Wands, you got the Two of Wands and the Devil card here. Devil card represents Capricorn energy, which is your opposite sign. So there is a bit of a polarity here. And I feel like this is going on within you. There's still something you're waiting on, and that you are planning for, and that planning may be something that's needed. So it may very well be something you need to spend time planning, but then you have this inner fire that wants to move as well. And there's a bit of a control battle going on between these two energies within you, where part of you wants to charge forward, part of you is still planning. And honestly, I do see you moving away from the overthinking and being up in your head about it. But what you want to avoid is moving into an energy of trying to control it another way, right? Or holding back, or over planning, right? Things are never going to be super perfect. And you've got a lot of action in here, especially with the Fool as your card. This is a newer part of a journey for you. And it really looks like in your energy, you are struggling a little bit with how much do I plan? When do I just go? Will I be seen as maybe unorganized? There might be a little fear there that you might be perceived as unorganized, or something like that. So you have a little bit of control that you're trying to hold on to there, which, that's an illusion when it comes to these types of energies. You've got to get back into your heart and follow your heart with it. Let's look at this ending of a cycle for this other person, because they got that World card. That's a major cycle for them, and it's clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. So for this person, this is about them moving on, either from something that they thought they enjoyed, so something they were doing that they thought they enjoyed, but it ended up not being healthy for them and they moved on, or a person. So they could have been away from this person or this situation for quite some time, but the energies are showing that right now is a time, September 1st through the 15th is this time. It's significant for them to actually close out these energies once and for all, very, very swiftly and very permanently feeling there. Now let's look at their Knight of Pentacles here. The Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. And like I said, remember I said that World card was giving me some sort of big cycle closing, and it has something to do with their spirituality and their spiritual journey. The Hierophant coming in, the High Priest here, confirms that. This is a very slow journey for them. They may feel a sense of abandonment from previous belief structures. I don't even get the sense that they feel abandoned by someone necessarily, because I see them willingly walking away from whatever the previous energies were. But it seems that they may be feeling abandoned by external things that they are recognizing just don't fit in their world anymore. And they're really taking a look at this. They're really saying, okay, well, if this doesn't fit, how do I do it? How do I do this moving forward? Let's look at this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they get the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So there are times where this person is really like, wow, I can figure this out. I'm building, I'm growing, I'm moving forward. And there are other times where this person is getting stuck, a little too stuck. And I think that their stuckness has to do with them feeling like they have to have all the answers right now, you know, or all the time, or feeling like they always have to have the right words or ways to communicate. And when they don't, they kind of shut down. But honestly, the Pentacles here are coming in and encouraging this person to stay in a place of embodiment, stay in a place of groundedness, so that they can work through some of these energies and strengthen their spiritual resolve. Let's look at the Five of Cups that came up in the middle of the reading here. And this is clarified on your side by the Seven of Wands, on their side by the Lovers. So Cancer, with what you've got going on with moving toward your passion, your career, having to do with your finances, you could feel a bit overwhelmed at times. And as this other person is coming to you with a whole lot of love and partnership and wanting to connect, you see that, you value that, you're holding on to it, but you also feel overwhelmed at times. Like, how do I do all this? How do I juggle all of this? How do I bring this all into a place where I feel like I can be present with all the energies in my life? And that's tricky. And we're not quite to Libra season yet. We're in Virgo season at the time of this reading. So that could be something to look to as we move into the Libra season, and getting more balance in those areas and how to trust yourself in those energies. For the Emperor, that's that stability and structure in the connection, in the connecting energies. You have the Seven of Cups and they have the Knight of Swords. You know, you bring in the energy of options, choices. Like, we don't have to do things like our parents did them. We don't have to do things like we did in previous relationships. We can choose differently. We have the ability to create structure through a much different way than maybe anybody around us has ever done. And they seem on board with that, with the Knight of Swords. They seem very excited about that. I feel like this person is an idea person. They have a lot of good ideas that play into the structure and stability here of the connection, which is really, really cool. You bring in the options and you kind of lay all the options out on the table, and then they can come in with their ideas, and you can see which piece of your two parts of your creation. So bringing those together, you could see which one comes forward and stands forward in the energies for the two of you to create and enhance even more structure in your life. Okay, so these are a lot of big energies here. So I really like looking at this. Man, sometimes I want to go even deeper, but in the interest of time, and the purpose of these readings is general. But if this resonated with you, definitely look into maybe having a personal reading. There may be some more depth for some of you here. And I would be happy to meet you and welcome you into the Creators on the Crest community. Also, just a quick mention while I'm getting the Oracle card that I do every other Sunday. I do Instagram Live on tarot, for tarot readings, so free tarot readings on Instagram Live. every other Sunday from 7 to 8. Follow me at Creators on the Crest on Instagram so you can get in on that. You can come on and ask a question in the comments, or you can actually come on camera with me if you'd like. Okay, this oracle card we're going to pull from the Wild Mystic Oracle for you, Cancer. Cancer, you got the crab. You got yourself here, and it says care. This card represents self-care and navigating the sea of strong emotions. In Western astrology, the crab is affiliated with your sign, the sign of Cancer, whose ruling heavenly body is the moon. The crab symbolizes the ebb and flow of strong emotion and taking control of the tides of feelings, whether they are calm seas or destructive tsunamis. Now, this is really interesting, Cancer, because in your reading, emotions showed up a little bit, but not a whole lot. And I think this speaks to your ability to navigate emotional energies with a maturity that some of the other signs have to work at. And because of your intuitive nature and because you are picking up certain energies very naturally, this makes your current situation go more smoothly, even though you have your struggles, even though you're dealing with issues of control and overthinking. You are still able to have some emotional balance throughout this, which I think is a really nice skill. Okay, Cancer, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I can't wait to see you next time.